Hi, Orville Johnson here for JamPlay.com with some more of our series on Bluegrass Flatpicking, fiddle tune style. So I've got another little song to show you today, a classic traditional fiddle tune that will fit right into your repertoire as we're building a repertoire of common tunes, fiddle tunes that a lot of guitar players and fiddle players and banjo players and dobro players all like to play when they get together at the Bluegrass Festival or at the Thursday night jam session or wherever it is that y'all get together and play. And so this tune will fit right in to that. This is called Over the Waterfall. And it's in the key of D. And let me play it for you and then I'll explain it to you. So here is Over the Waterfall. So that's Over the Waterfall, and I'll show you how to play it that way and with a few variations too. So let's take a look first at the chord progression of the tune. If somebody were to be playing along with you, or if you were going to accompany somebody else, the chords that you would play would go something like this. Starting with a D. C, G, D, stays on D, C, then to G, and then B, G, D, D, A, D, D, G, A, D, D, G, D, A, D, So those chords would work just fine for you to play along with Over the Waterfall. And so let's take a look at the tune itself. And like many of our fiddle tunes that we have already looked at, it has the common form, which is an A part and a B part, and then to play the entire form, you play the A part twice and the B part twice. A, A, B, B. So we're probably getting used to that by now if you've checked out some of the other fiddle tunes in the series. A lot of them have this same form. So we're starting out here on the top two strings. So I'm starting with, on the second string, 3rd fret, and I've got my middle finger playing that because I'm going to have to reach up with my little finger to get a high note here, so it kind of works out best if I start with this note with my middle finger. So 2nd string, 3rd fret, open 1st, 2, 5. And then 3, 2, open. And then this phrase. So that's 2nd string at 3. then open first, then second string at 3 again, then open, then third string at 2. And let's see, so far, straight down, up picking. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, here's a place where I have 2 downstrokes in a row. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. So there was a place in there where I did have 2 downstrokes in a row. Then play that phrase again. But then end it on that D note. So I play the D note 3 times, trying to kind of emulate that sound of the, you know, the fiddler just scraping his bow on one string. And then the third time I play that phrase, and I come all the way down to the A note, I put a little hammer-on pull-off ornament in there. We've talked about the ornaments people use in fiddle tunes and some of the other lessons. So what I mean by that is this. So that little thing right there, which is I pick the open second string, then hammer down onto it, and then pull off. So I get 3 notes with just 1 pick. So that is an ornament. It's taking up the same amount of time as if I would have just played, if I would have played that, but it kind of adds a little grace note, a little interest to that note. Okay, and then the next phrase is one that includes open strings and closed strings together to create a scale-like run. It sounds like this. So I'm fretting the third string at 5 with my ring finger, the second string at 3 with my index finger, and then the first string is open. So the sequence of notes I'm playing here are so that's third string, second string, first string, second string. Then I lift up my index finger, and the next 2 notes I play are the third string at 5 and the second string open. So up to there we've gone. Then I reach down on the third string to the second fret and play that with my index finger and play third string and then the second string open. And then I finish that run with the third string open. So here's the whole thing slow. Okay, one more time. Okay, and then kind of up to speed. Okay, so the song up to there is and then I hit a harmonic, because the chord that we're coming down to right at that point when I play the open G string, it corresponds with a G chord that is being played in the harmony of the song. And so it's easy for me to move my hand quickly up to the 12th fret and hit a harmonic where I am mostly trying to hit strings 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you haven't played harmonics before, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just briefly, that's that sort of bell-like sound that I get when I put my finger over the 12th fret, and it also works at the 7th fret and the 5th fret. but it works especially well at the 12th fret for reasons of musical physics that I won't go into right now. But at the 12th fret, you can get a really loud ringing harmonic. And the way I do that is I touch the strings, and I don't press them down to the fingerboard. I just kind of put my finger on the string, and then I pluck it, and kind of just a split second after I pick, I lift my finger off the strings. I mean, it looks, when you see me do it, it looks like I'm doing it at exactly the same time, which it's pretty darn close to exactly the same time, but I really kind of, I strike the string with the pick, and then just a millisecond later, I lift my finger up so that I'm not dampening the sound, so I can let that harmonic ring. So try that a little bit, practice that on the 12th fret, and you'll be able to do it in a minute or two, I'm sure. But the key is don't press the strings down like you normally do, when you're trying to make a note. Just touch the strings with your finger, pluck them, and have your finger directly over the 12th fret of your guitar. Because if you do it a little bit to one side or the other, you'll get something that sounds more like that, where you just get kind of a clunky sound and you don't hear the sound of the harmonic ringing out. But if you do that same thing right over the 12th fret, boom, harmonics, which is a beautiful sound. So let me play that for you again and show you exactly where that comes in. So the second time, I don't put the harmonics in because I'm now about to start playing the B part of the tune. So the harmonic comes in like halfway through the A part, and then I repeat, the notes that I played in the first half. So that's kind of a complete A part for you there. So let me play it one more time, and then I'll show you the B part. So that's the beginning of the B part there. So we're playing, I'm fingering my D chord again partially. I've got my index finger on the 3rd string at 2 and my middle finger on the 2nd string at 3. And then I'm using the 2nd string as the highest note that I'm playing there. So I'm not really playing the 1st string at all. I'm kind of rolling my middle finger over to damp it. So see, like even if I strum past it, you don't hear the 1st string, you just hear the 2nd string as the highest note. So I strum that, and then I put down my ring finger on the 3rd string at 4, and I strum that sound. Then this little run, which is on the 3rd string, 2, 4, 2, 4th string, 4, 0. And then I play this series of notes, 3rd string at 2, which I'm holding, 2nd string at 3, which I'm also holding, 2nd string at 2, 3, and then open 1st, and then 2nd string, 2, 3. Okay, so let me play all that for you. And then the second ending on the B part is So I'm playing the third string, open 1, 2, then the fourth string at 4, then open third string, fourth string at 2, then fourth string, 4 to open, and then fourth string at 2, fifth string at 4, and then fourth string open. So that's the whole B part to the tune. So that's the B part. Now let's take a look, let's go back to the A part and just take a look at a variation on that A part and a few little extra things we can throw in there. So back to the A part, we were playing So let's put some extra pick strokes in there. So you see what I'm doing there? I'm starting on the D note, the second string at 3, and then hitting the open first, and then as I hit the melody notes, which are on 2, 5, 3, and 2 of the first string, I keep my pick going down and up, and I put an open first string in between each of those notes, so it sounds like this. So actually there's no open string between these notes, because they're kind of run together, but so it's like second open, fifth open, and then 3, 2, open. And I'm able to get that sound by keeping my pick going up and down. So you see, that's a way I can add a little variation to those first notes. And then, instead of playing this lick, that lick is really kind of, I guess we could call it guitaristic. It's something that I'm playing because it lays out nicely on the guitar, and I like that sound, you know, when I mix the open strings with the closed strings, and I'm able to kind of keep the closed strings fretted while the open string is ringing. It makes almost kind of like a harp-like sound, you know. I kind of like that sound. You can really hear it when I play it slow. But, you know, that's not the actual melody of the tune. The actual melody of the tune there really just goes. So, for a variation in the A part, I could just play something that states the melody of the tune instead of putting my guitaristic harp-sounding lick in there, and that would sound something like this. I could still put the harmonic in there, but what I did to play the melody was I strummed across the whole C chord and, you know, used the second string as my melody note. So I strummed all the way down and then played an upstroke to hit the C note again. Then I played a downstroke on that string, on the second string, and I got 3 notes out of that one down pick because I played a hammer-on pull-off. Then I brought my pick back over to the 3rd string, downstroke at 2, and then open. So that's a different little thing that we could play in the A part. So let me play the whole A part now with those 2 additions, the little extra picking on the 1st string, and then changing the way that we play the C and the G chord changes. So have a good time with that song. That's called Over the Waterfall, and we've got a couple of ways to play it. Have a good time with that, and I'm sure you'll find some fiddle players that would love to play that song with you. That's a song fiddle players really enjoy playing in the key of D. So good luck to you, and I'll see you next time.